name is John Terry. I am president of Capital Youth Strategies, and I represent youth serving organizations. So just nonprofit groups that care about kids, that recognize that there's work to be done here in DC. Connectedness is the beliefs, it's the students' beliefs that adults in the school care about them and care about their success. And the neat thing about school connectedness, which sometimes some people refer to as school climate, sometimes it's referred to as school culture, but it's really, the neat thing about it is that the whole community has a role to play in it. It's not just the teachers in the school, but it can be, the parents have a huge role to play in this, and the broader community has a huge role to play in this also. To me, it's much more exciting and motivating to get involved in building things in kids, identifying, what are the kids' strengths and building on those, as opposed to just thinking, all right, let's try to prevent drug use, let's try to prevent sex, let's try to prevent dropping out. Historically, schools and most government programs, like grant programs, are set up to prevent a certain type of behavior. What's neat about school connectedness and school climate is that you're really looking at what we can build up, both in the school and within kids, and just recognizing what supports and opportunities we can offer kids. And the neat thing about that is that it doesn't take a professional to run a program. It's not a program. It's the environment. It's not, you don't need a program officer to run a specific curriculum. It's more about how does everybody who's in a school, whether it be the teachers or the principals or the janitors or the bus drivers or the crossing guards, everybody's got a role to play in setting a climate and caring for kids. Our goal is not to come up with more things for schools to do. I think schools have plenty on their plate already, so I don't like it. It's just not helpful, I think, when people outside schools just start adding lists of things that you need to do more on this, no, you got to focus more on this. It's just more stuff for schools to get done. This has just got to be about how do we help the schools with the work they're doing, and how do we engage parents, how do we engage the community. Every adult in the community needs to be part of helping kids thrive. What I did in my community, I just went into the school, and it's either, they've got different names for it at different schools, but in my school I think it was just like a school counselor that was in charge of kind of all the non-academic stuff going on in kids' life. And I just said, if you just go in and say I'm an interested parent and want to find ways to help support what the kids are doing, and it's about how do kids in that school know that adults in the community care about them. And so, for an example, at the middle school that my son goes to, it was parents can come in and have lunch with their kids if they want to. So every Friday I just go in and have lunch, which my son hates, or he's not overjoyed about, but it's just a chance to be around kids and just to know them by name and ask them how their baseball game was last night, and just get to know them. So it's going to look different probably in every community and what the thing is, but it's just the first step, I think, is just going into the school and talking to them, to the counselor or the principal, and just saying, I want to find ways to get caring adults around these kids.